It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks' second-year linebacker. He was terrific defensively last week with 11 tackles. It's the Seahawks and the 49ers on Sunday night.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. You talk about this Seahawk defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Mitchell. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now Smith. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Kyle Pitts returns to the field along with the rest of this offense for the upcoming series. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember...
There he goes, right side! And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Here's a diving catch right side. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those like mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Powering his way forward. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now Geno on first down. He's got room past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
3rd down and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
So they make the decision to kick it on 4th and inches. That close, and they decide not to go for it.
Well, but short of going for it, I think they got as good of a result as they could have got.
Yeah, if you're not going to go for it in that situation, yeah.
There he goes, left side. He's got a full head of steam on his horse. Touchdown, 49ers. Ty Davis-Price, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Lockett the return. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the lineman on the other side has got it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football. Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the 49ers are an extra point away from going up by 30. Moody good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And out now come the Seahawks. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 14 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A shotgun snap for Smith. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
First down, here's Mitchell. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 73 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing here, Purdy. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season, 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dexter Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
49ers.
They run over center with Mitchell, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, here's Davis Price. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. 93 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A second down throw for Purdy. Short throw caught by Pitts. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
A toss left side for Mitchell. Oh, look at the juke. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Purdy. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
40, Seahawks nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And that's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First down, San Francisco.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are pouring it on. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw is Dobbs. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Dobbs. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On second down, Dobbs. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Dobbs. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking.
And now off to the races down the right side. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, 49ers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 88 yards. And the Niners extend their lead yet again. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
54. Seahawks nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Lockett the return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And out now come the Seahawks. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Dobbs is throwing. He'll find Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dobbs. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 14.
On 1st down, Purdy. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Purdy sets up to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down. On the counter, Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A give here to Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw Dobbs. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Micah Parsons in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, what a move. A big kick that time, 52 yards. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Dobbs to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with his sack. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38.
Throwing here, Dobbs. This is Fant on the short completion. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Micah Parsons make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Dobbs. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Purdy looking to throw.
And this one is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Returnable for Lockett. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now Dobbs.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
On the ground is Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Dobbs is throwing. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Now Dobbs.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
McCaffrey going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And goal at the 5-yard line.
To throw is Dobbs.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
And it's a fumble. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Give left side for Davis Price.
A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy off the play fake.
That is caught, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
A run with Mitchell.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
At the 3-yard line.
Mitchell will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Mitchell. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Dobbs throw into the hands of Lockett.
10 yards on the pickup.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Dobbs to throw. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Micah Parsons.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field
as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Davis Price up the middle.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well,